Today, I want to talk about basic shot sizes. I'll probably get into more detail about how I've used each of these in later videos, but right now we're just sticking to basics. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the wide shot. Usually, the first shot in a scene or sequence is the establishing wide shot. This shows the viewers what they need to know about the setting. It can show where the subjects or other important things are initially placed. Now, mind you, the wide shot should be at the beginning of a scene. If the characters are moving from location to location within the same scene, you don't need to put a wide shot in there every time they change location. Unless, of course, it's for some kind of artistic effect. Normally, the wide shot is pretty quick at the beginning of a scene, but if you want your location to be very prominent, or your character to seem alone, you might continue this wide shot. No one pulls this off better than Wes Anderson. He uses very complicated sets that he shows you during the wide shots. You may not always want a wide shot at the beginning of your scene, though. If the location doesn't really matter, or you want to reveal it later on, skip the wide shot at the beginning of the scene. In the movie I recently made, I chose not to use an establishing wide shot because the location didn't really matter. I mean, nobody cares about my attic. I did use a wide shot at the end though, because I wanted a lonely feeling. After the wide shot, the camera might pull in closer, which leads us to our next shots. The closer these next shots are to the subject, and the faster they're cut together in editing, the more suspenseful the scene will be. Just a note, these next shots can be used at any time in a scene after the wide shot. I mean, the wide shot can be used at any point in a scene, but it's just not used as commonly. These next shots are grouped together because they're used to similar effect and show a similar amount of the subject. A full shot displays the subject's whole body, the cowboy shot displays knees up, and the medium shot shows waist up. If you're wondering what the deal is with the cowboy shot, it's from westerns when they wanted to show guns being drawn. If cowboy shot is too weird for you, another name for this shot is medium full shot. These three shots are kind of a middle ground between the exciting close-ups and the separating wide shots. These next shots can also be grouped together because they all get close-up and personal. The medium close-up and the close-up are used most commonly in dialogue. The medium close-up shows shoulders and up, and the close-up just shows the head. Last, but certainly not least, is the extreme close-up. This shot focuses on a certain section of the subject's face, or another part of their body, like their hand holding something, or a watch on their wrist. As I mentioned before, the closer you go, the more suspenseful a scene is made, so the extreme close-up is obviously the extremity when it comes to suspense. To achieve the best effect, the cuts for extreme close-up should be short. The shot is meant to give one small piece of information. If you hover over it too long, it will get the exact opposite effect of what you want for any shot.
It will be boring.
You have to think of these as only guidelines, not mandated rules. The best directors know not only how to use these rules, but when and why to break them. You don't need to stick exactly to these sizes. You could go in between with the subject's shin and up, or stomach and up. You could also use motion to go between these shots. It's perfectly normal to dolly in from a wide shot to a full shot, but it's always good to keep these in mind. Wide, full, cowboy, medium, medium close, close up, and extreme close up. That's all for today. I'll see you next time.